Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Attack on Titan. Last time on Attack on Titan, we had Perfect Game, where Eren and the gang tried to deal with Bertolt. However, he literally just kicked Eren into the wall, and well, that didn't go well. We also had the Beastie Boy was chucking rocks at the recruits, which actually did like a ton of damage. And then they realized that the only way they're going to be able to do anything here is by having Commander Erwin lead the recruits to their most likely death long enough so that Captain Levi can make his way to the Beast Titan and execute him. So, yeah, there's that. And yeah, we had some big moments. Commander Erwin is giving up on his hopes and dreams, and in order to give Levi a fighting chance, basically. So, yeah, it looks like it's all about to go down, although it kind of has been going down already. So, yeah, things are going down is basically what I'm saying. Also, Rhina's back up, so that's just great. And yeah, that's basically that. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and get right into this episode of Attack on Titan. Here we go. So, first off, I was right about Hanji. Hanji is not dead. Can I don't even want to say, but you guys know, probably know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I've said this in a lot of videos. These shows, as I've been reacting to them, have made me very skeptical about character deaths. So, I get very skeptical about character deaths. There are some, there are some that are definite, and they stay dead, and there are others that they come back. Sometimes they come back and die again. Looking at you, JoJo. But... And that even... It's because of that I was skeptical about Hanji's death, But if our boy's gonna die, that's a hell of a way to go out. Now, the other thing is they did bring up, if someone has survived, Levi can turn them into a Titan, and they can devour one of the others, one of the hybrids. And if they do that, they will basically be revived, Now, the way he says that, though, I would imagine you can't use that on someone who's already dead. And we're not sure how alive Armin is right now. The boy was burned to a crisp. Now, he wasn't completely incinerated, but I don't know. I think I might just be willing to take that that's his hero's exit, I can see them using it, and especially because it's Armin, Now, giving Armin a Titan form, well, first off, that it would at least be good for our numbers. Because, it's like, okay, we have the dwindling scout regiment and one Titan who has to kind of deal with a lot of stuff, So, having another Titan would be good, but I don't know. It all depends on, is Armin still alive? Which I'm not sure. And I can't... Because, see, the thing is, this is Attack on Titan we're talking about. And character... I mean, the only character that has come back to life is Eren. When everyone thought he was dead, then turns out, no, he didn't die. He was able to become buffered, you know? Oh my god. I just had a train of thought. If Armin is still alive and he's turned into a Titan, I'm going to go ahead and call it right here. I'm calling him Krispy Kreme. That is exactly what Armin's Titan name is going to be, if that is where we're going. Again, because they set it up in this episode, you know? They bring up again that Levi has the injection. He can turn someone into a Titan if they're still alive. And if they can eat one of the other hybrids, then they will be perfectly revived. And the fact that Hanji is still alive in this episode makes me... It gets my skeptical mind running, where I think, well, maybe they could save Armin, you know? Maybe they could save Armin. But I don't know. Excuse me. Maybe they could do it. Maybe they could save Armin. You know, it is a problem, and I admit this is my problem, having this skeptical mind about character deaths, because like I said, I've been almost conditioned to not accept a character's death in fiction, you know? It's very strange, but it's just how my mind works now after watching so many shows. And I have to say, part of it, this is a problem, that it sort of robs me of the emotion I should be having, you know? Armin, for all intents purposes, is dead. But, like, and I guess, you know, I guess you could also say, like, maybe this isn't even my skeptical brain, but, you know, denial. It's I guess this is a stage of grief, you know? Denial. Not just a river in Utah. I mean, well, you know what? Either way, the boy deserves a shot, whether he's alive or dead, you know? While, because my skeptical mind will not allow me to fully confirm whether Armin is alive or not, he may be dead. Even if he's still alive, to maybe my favorite character. I know I said Mikasa was my favorite character, but maybe Armin has surpassed her. It's been a while since we've really brought up favorite characters. It has been a while. But Armin has always definitely been up there, along with Mikasa and Captain Levi and Historia. So you know, at first he was small, cute, blonde boy. Now he's a fucking hero. Notes. So, it's interesting. We got a little bit into the mind of the Beastie Boy. Saying, you know, oh, well, look at these scouts, you know, going on this suicide run for no reason, you know? Because everything that has affected them because of King Rice, and now they're just going to die here for what they think is something, you know, noble. They think at the very least they're going to have a proud death, but they won't. I'm very sneezy today, excuse me. You know, Now, it's interesting how he says this. So, clearly, Zeke is going against... He's going against the founding of the walls and everything. And the fact of the matter is that he is... Well, he's kind of a coordinate. He is definitely an alpha titan, like Eren, you know? Because he can control them. Now, whether or not he was in charge of, Bertolt and Reina taking down Walmaria 6 years ago, I would say probably a bit, The question, though, is why? The question is still why, Which we've had with Bertolt. Like, why is this conflict happening, Because the old Rice government is gone. The founding titan... The power of the founding titan is no longer within the hands of the Rice family. Yes, technically there is still a Rice on the throne, but it's Historia. She is not her father or any of her ancestors, any of her predecessors, She is different from the Rice family. It just seems, it seems interesting that where the scouts are kind of liberators almost, like, how the scouts basically liberated humanity from the tyrannical rule of the Rice family, and then installed a new queen. Yes, still a Rice, but still a new queen. I mean, it's kind of like Avatar, It's kind of like Avatar. Yes, Zuko is the son of the Fire Lord Ozai, but he is now going to change things. He is different from his ancestors, his predecessors as Fire Lord. It's the same thing with Historia. Historia is different from her predecessors in the Rice family. So, the scouts are still looking to save humanity. But it's interesting that Zeke seems to be... He's going against, the Rice family and... the original Rice King, but he's doing it by just obliterating all of humanity. Like, well, one bad egg, you're all going. I'm getting rid of all of you. Whereas the scouts are more, well, yes, they are bad eggs, but we can become more than them, We can save the innocent people that have been under their thumb, So it is just interesting. Another thing that's interesting, not the highlight of the episode, Levi versus the Beastie Boy. Well, I say Levi versus the Beastie Boy, it's more like Levi fucking dominates the Beastie Boy. Because, yeah, he kind of just did. I completely forgot that is kind of how he fought Annie. Was, he goes over Sonic the Hedgehog and just spins all around and completely obliterates them, And that's true. That's exactly how it worked. That's exactly what happened with Annie, and that it worked on the Beastie Boy. I like them saying, too, they showed the flashbacks, like, what? How can one soldier be a threat to me? And they're like, dude, this is Levi. This dude is crazy. I also like that he knocks down the Beastie Boy completely, and he goes in to hit the nape, and then, like he's Star Platinum, or I guess, Silver Cherry, he just goes in with his swords and just slices away like crazy. And the thing is, because Captain Levi is voiced by Matt Mercer, I wanted him to start busting out the auras like it's JoJo. Ora! 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 I want to take that scene and just add... I want to add Jotaro's theme on top of it, Which I know is hilarious because I know in the Japanese version of Attack on Titan, Commander Erwin is voiced by Jotaro's Japanese voice actor. And the Beastie Boy is voiced by Dio's voice actor in the Japanese. So, So that's just like there's like 8 different levels of JoJo happening, you know? So, but definitely the fact that he did a crazy rush attack like that, like Star Platinum would, is just amazing. But yeah, he completely dominated the Beast Titan, which is incredible. But Delivery Boy came in and snatched him up, so that's not good. He's gonna have to deal with that now. But we do have, again, the possibility of adding another Titan to the Scout ranks. Again, I would imagine that it would be Armin, now that he's, now that he sacrifices, although there are plenty others that sacrifice themselves, but maybe they're more dead. Somehow. See, that's the thing. This all has to hinge on Armin still being alive, you know? This all hinges on Armin still being alive, which... I mean, the boy was burned to a crisp. I don't know if he is still alive, you know? So, yeah. He did come up with a plan. That was very clever. Because, see, actually, before he said it and Bertolt was walking by, I did actually notice. I was like, he looks kind of different. And I was like, oh, maybe it's the art, or maybe I just didn't remember or something. And then Armin mentions, like, no, he's skinny. He's not really the fat man anymore, you know? He's not so fat man. But yeah, he got skinnier because he's wearing out his Titan form. Which is very clever. The way to beat him is through a war of attrition, which is very clever. So, and because he keeps expending steam, it keeps shrinking his body, basically, which is very clever. So, that was good. I like that. So yeah, let's see. So we had the plan, which was very clever. We also had Mikasa and the gang taking on Reina, which was good. And, again, surprise comeback by Hanji, which is good. Looks like her eye is a little screwed up, so we'll have to see about that. It does look like she's lost her glasses. So yeah. But yeah, she came back just in time, and Mikasa was able to land a hit, and that could... I mean, if it's not the death of Reina, he's probably going to be out for a while. Like, I could see this being the victory for the Scouts by taking them all out, you know? Even if maybe they're not dead, you can take them out, you know? Put them out of commission for a while. So, yeah. But Hanji's still alive, and then we had Armin's plan, which is to be a diversion for Bertolt. Be a diversion. Unfortunately, it burned him to a crisp. It burned him to a crisp, but it shrunk Bertolt's body enough to where Eren went in with ODM gear and took out Bertolt, which is very clever. Which, brilliant idea, even just from a storytelling perspective, because that was the thing. When the Colossal Titan first shows up at Trost... excuse me, I'm very burpy now. Oh. Anyway. He shows up at Trost, and Eren immediately tries killing him, but all the steam happens, and then just, he's gone, you know? His entire body was expended, basically, in that steam, and he was gone. So, to have it to where he expends the steam, and once he's done that, Eren gets behind with ODM gear and takes him out, is brilliant, you know? That is very brilliant. And again, because that's something you wouldn't think of, like, you know, you're basically thinking, okay, how do you use Eren's Titan form? And they did use it by creating a duplicate, but then you didn't even think about, oh yeah, Eren can still use ODM gear and win, you know? Brilliant. Very, very brilliant idea. With a fatality. The casualty of Armin Arlert. Again, my skeptical, denial, grief brain is thinking this can't be the end of Armin, especially when A, they did bring back Hanji in this episode, and B, they did reestablish the fact that that Captain Levi has the injection, you know? If it could be that that's how they save Armin, you know? But they've definitely turned the tide of this battle. Definitely. You know? Because pretty much all three targets are out, you know? And yes, there are still other Titans. There's still Delivery Boy, and technically Zeke is still out there. He's still up and about. But the tide, I feel like, has turned in favor of the Scouts, you know? So that's pretty interesting. But yeah. Is Armin still alive? That is going to be our question going into the next few episodes. Which, hey, didn't we used to do that? Did we used to do... No, wait, that was on Death Note. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, oh, that's the question of the episode, but I think we did that more on Death Note, so I'm getting my series mixed up. But yes, that... Well, we'll still leave that as the question for the episode. Is Armin alive? I don't know. It could be an Anakin situation, you know? It could be that, where it's like, he's still alive, you know? He could still be alive, but that's a little debatable. But maybe they could save him. Maybe. I mean, I want them to save him. I want our small, cute, blonde boy to live, you know? Like, I want him to live. So, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all my Attack on Titan reactions, as well as another video you can go check out if you want to do that. I hope you understood that, because I'm very much slurring my words now. There's a subscribe button and a Patreon button, as well as other playlists and stuff in the description if you want to go check out any of that. See you guys later.